It doesn't it doesn't mean that you will hear me or see me, because it all depends on
keep
mobile.
fingers crossed. Hopefully we will both see and hear you. Okay, the president is here. Mrs. President, right? The vice president is here. The kind of mother of this course, Irina Lashenko, is also here. Most of the participants are already here. Julia and I are here, so perhaps we should get started, right? Lilia Kuznetsova is keeping an eye on all this because this is a matter of your money. She is monitoring whether the money you paid is worth the course you have taken. Okay, so the whole TESOL board is here, and dear participants of this Canvas, launching your Canvas course tips and tricks TESOL-Ukraine professional development program, welcome. You see the familiar slide. This is what we started with almost 3 months ago, and fortunately or unfortunately, it's the 1st of April today, and it's our wrap-up conference where we will go very, very briefly through everything we have done, and we will listen to your, it doesn't move as usual, where we will listen to what you have come up with. So let me very briefly remind you, I promise I will be short today, and just if we get back to 3 months ago, we will definitely we will definitely recall that this professional development program aimed to develop your professional capacity in using a variety of Canvas features. And just one more target was to motivate you to design your own online course in one of the disciplines that you are teaching, to pilot it, and then to share your insights from this. You see, Bloom was with us all this time. While you were learning, you were engaged, you were analyzing, you were developing, then piloting and reflecting on a lot of things. And time has come for us to see what we have come up with. We promised that you would try a lot of hats. At least you have tried 2 of them. You were the students on the course that Julie and I designed, and you were the teachers who have designed your own course, and you will share your insights today. This is that EDI model of instructional design that we have taken several steps on. We paused at each of these stations at the stage of analysis, design, development, implementation, and we were all looking forward to get to this evaluation phase. And here we are today assessing the effectiveness of our learning assets and thinking of how to improve your instructional strategies and your course materials. Julie and I are very happy that we were growing together. We were doing this synchronously and asynchronously, and believe me, we are very much grateful to each of you, just because we have learned much from you. Again, this slide from our first webinar. You remember, just newly borns who were eager to find out what this world of Canvas is about. And now, well, hopefully this is this is the boy, but still, you all are standing very firm on your both feet, and Julie and I were trying to support you, and this is that bottle of champagne that we were eager to crack open. And we definitely deserve this bottle of champagne. Unfortunately virtual, but hopefully we will do it offline when we meet at our TESOL-Ukraine convention in May. And we are here today to share, to listen to how you will be sharing your success stories, how you will be cherishing your mistakes, and how we will be celebrating your imperfection. Because all in all, imperfection is something that makes us move forward. And if we all were perfect, we wouldn't be able to, well, just to come today. Again, the familiar slide. Irina in Krakow, who was working hard trying to put the seeds of Canvas course into our heads, happy Olena and Marina, who have been supporting us on all the way. And I guess this is just the time to, again, give the floor to our president, Olena Ilenka, who will tell you a couple of words before you start talking. So, Olena, the floor is yours. You're welcome.
Thank you, Liudmyla. Dear participants, dear guests, it is a great pleasure for me to be present at this final conference. And I think the whole board of TESOL-Ukraine is proud to welcome the participants of the final conference. As you know, this course was held as a result of our summer institute, which was called Teaching in a Time of Crisis, Innovative Tools, Strategies and Approaches to Improving English Learning for Ukrainians in Kharkiv. And during the summer institute and for 2 more months after it, the instructor Irina Leshenko introduced the participants to the theoretical and practical part of creating distance courses. I'm sorry, air alarm here at Canvas platform, and held the first final conference. So we are very much grateful to Irina Leshenko for her work and great job she did. The first experience inspired other participants as well as other teachers who wanted to join the course. And at this stage, as you know, 2 brilliant graduates of the course, Liudmyla and Yulia Klimovich, agreed to become instructors and introduce new participants to the tips and tricks of creating distance courses on the Canvas platform for students of different specialties and levels of study. And today we are looking forward to the presentation of the results of the participants in the second group. So let me express our deep gratitude to our instructors, Liudmyla and Julia, for their enormous and very creative work. Their impact is visible not only in the creation of new courses, but also in the creation of the community of participants. I think it's a unique group work, and in developing and maintaining interest to the design of distance courses in a new format. And what is the future of their course? I think we will all be able to answer this question. As we know, the conditions for working with students and for our professional training are now very difficult for almost all regions of Ukraine. So we do not set strict deadlines, and we hope that other course participants will be able to prepare their pilot projects and test them in the summer and fall to impress and please the instructors and all of us at the beginning of autumn. In addition, some colleagues suggested making this course cascading and create a new group of participants for the next academic year. So we all will make our dreams true. So I would like to wish success now to all participants in today's final conference. Enjoy, get prepared to be inspired and enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. President. Your words are very much encouraging. Is there anything Vice President would like to tell?
Actually, no, Lena has told everything. I am just so proud of you because this is our first full-fledged organized by TESOL-Ukraine training with such visible outcomes. So thank you so much, Yulia and Liudmyla. Thank you, Irina, for inspiring us. And thank you all the participants because your participation makes this course real, and like wishing you all success. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And just I'm very much pleased to give the floor to Irina Leshenko, the mother of this newborn baby. I'm sure she has something to tell you. Irina,
Well,
you're welcome.
Thank you very much. It was a bit unexpected, and well, thank you, well, again, so much. Well, I can see here some familiar faces, and I'm really delighted to be present here. Well, just again to meet you, to see you here all gathered together, and well, and again this feeling of pride and admiration, well, probably for your contribution and for in these courses. And I can see that actually it's really I'm really pleased to see that this course is on roll and it's getting popular, and now you could see its practical implication by yourself. Well, and as I know, well, and I definitely know that in the first group, Yulia and Liudmyla were the top students with outstanding performance, actually. And well, definitely I more than know that their instructions, well, unfortunately, I haven't had a chance just to see what kind of course was that, but I'm sure that you all enjoyed it immensely because I know how they can deliver their information and how they can be dedicated to their to any case, anything that they can start with. Well, actually, I know that their meticulous instructions and supportive collaboration, so that was the collective, well, all collected together. So in well, and you know, and again, collaboration is the key for any promotion of any case. So, well, thank you again for inviting me, and I'm really pleased to see that it has some practical implication and cascading further. Well, great to see you again. Thank you.
Thank you, Irina. And just, you know, someday students become teachers, and you don't know what is more challenging, being a student or being a teacher. Well, in fact, this is our agenda for today. We are going to have 6 presentations, and I guess we shouldn't waste time, and we will start the ball rolling. And let's throw it open for Victoria Hubkina with the course, with her presentation, Developing Critical Thinking Skills Through Canvas-Based e-modules. You see, even judging by the names of your presentations, you can feel how much creative you all are, and we all are looking forward to your demonstrating your creativity. Don't worry, Julia will tell you much also. I'm not just seizing the power of talking. here. So Julia will address you a bit later, don't worry. So Victoria, you're welcome. I stop sharing my screen.
So,
Please feel free to share yours.
Unfortunately, I can't share my screen now.
Why not?
So I can't do that because the demonstration is doing by another participant. Okay.
I have stopped sharing. You're welcome.
No, you can, yeah.
So then just a moment, because I have no practice in using Zoom, because our university is Microsoft Teams, but in any case, I try to do that. Just a moment. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
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 Okay, so then, hello, my dear colleagues. Hello, the participants. Hello, our dear trainees. Great thanks for you for giving such opportunity to complete this course. So as you mentioned before, the title of my presentation, let me introduce myself first of all. That's my name is Victoria Hubkina. I'm from Dnipro University of Technology, and I'm working at the Department of Foreign Languages. So as you mentioned before, the title of my presentation is Developing Critical Thinking through Canvas-based models. So now let's start. So as you see, I have created the course for the students of the first course that is whose specialism area is electroenergetics, electrical engineering, and electromechanics. And based on the educational and professional program for ESP, such outcomes were identified as fluent communication on professional issues in the state of foreign language in oral and written form. And as you see, the second one that is discussing the results of professional activities within their, just a moment, I can't see, of professional activities with specialists in non-specialists, and so then arguing their position on controversial issues. So a bit about our course, which is outlined at our department, that is ESP course. It is divided into 4 modules, that is socializing, processing, discussions and presentations, and writing different types of correspondence. So I have chosen the 3rd module because that is within the time of our course discussions and presentation. So then speaking about the course objectives, that is compulsory module. And as you see, it is intended for first-year students. So, and it has a clearly defined professional orientation. So speaking about their professional orientation and developing skills, in that case, that is oral presentation of specialized information. So then I'll start it from the learner's story as it was in the course. As you see, the group consists of 18 students of the first course, and I identified their specialism area. So their language proficiency is B2 because at the beginning of the course of the academic year, the students were divided into groups and based on their entrance exams, so entrance text. And so here you can see the main skills. If I analyze that, that is information processing, that is logical, thinking style, that is reflective and goal-oriented. Then speaking about, again, technical skills, that's good command of productivity software. Most of students can use different applications in effective way. Motivation. So I would like to outline that their motivation is very high because some specialized subjects are delivered in English. And so then due to that, they can take part in Erasmus programs. So then persistence, as you see, that is really good students and attend classes, and they follow time commitment and time management and self-discipline. So different learning styles. Most of students prefer auditory and visual learning style. So, and a bit about that department. As you see, The department is really well equipped with modern laboratories, and such enterprises of our cities Interpipe and Detect also, they propose and equip that with contemporary facilities. So then again, returning to the level of English. So this department has great international cooperation with universities from different countries. In that case, that is as Germany, Austria, Poland, and so on. And students take an active part. And here you can see some pictures of their visiting that. And again, academic mobility is very popular between the students, and that is meeting with the students from other universities and so on. Then speaking about the expected outcomes, as you see at the end of this model, students will be able to prepare and present properly structured oral presentations. Again, I would like to outline that is on professional content. Then they can organize information related to logical order and coherency. Then explain information presented in graphic form, that is in the form of tables, different graphical and so on. Then again, they can demonstrate knowledge of sufficient number of relevant words. So that's again their special terminology. They can demonstrate the ability to use the necessary linguistic means, and then can take part in discussions, answering and questions, and taking part in roundtable discussions. So then again, if you speak about obtaining information that is required for creating their presentations, they can find general and specific information relevant to their specialism area. Then they can analyze information from foreign language sources and then extract the main ideas and make some kind of distinguish. And then they can take part in discussions. As you see, they can answer the questions, respond to comments, understand the main ideas in detailed discussions, and provide their arguments on relevant topics. So as my topic of presentation was dealing with improving and developing critical thinking with using Canvas, so then as you see, I've divided that into four main parts. That what is required there, that is setting clear goals and expectation. Then use diverse and relevant content using different sources of information, video, pages, blogs, and so on. Then encourage collaboration and discussion, and incorporate reflection and self-assessment. So, and now let's look through my course structure. I have divided that into three models. Here you can see the names of that. That is the first one is presentation as means of conveying an idea. Model 2, how to become a good presenter. So that is dealing with effective presentation skills. And model 3, that is based on dealing with specialism area, and students have to get information and present that in a proper way. So then here you can see the structure. Model 1, I'll start all my models as I was recommended by our dear trainees with the overview of the model. Here you can see then some topics as presentation styles, then 2 quizzes dealing with presentation types and dealing with the presentation structure. Here you can see some extracts from that. For example, the students have to watch and listen to the speakers giving their talks in different styles, and then they have to fill in the table that I proposed in the course. So model 2, that is how to become a good presenter. Again, you can see the overview. Then the information, top tips for effective presentation, what are the specific features of that. Then the presentation design guide, how to summarize information for presentation. And then the assignment is planning your presentation, outlining that and the most effective presentation, that is discussion. Here you can see some extracts from this discussion. The most effective presentation, as you see, most of them prefer visual style. And the last one, that is models 3, presentation and discussion of information on study topics. Again, the overview of the model. Then I provide them to look through their strategies for gathering reliable information, and two tasks: understanding basics of the power market, that is video, and individual presentation. Here you can see some extract from that. The students are supposed to look through the video, understanding basics of the power market, then identify the main topic, outline how the information is presented, and summarize the main points. So, and now speaking about our course. So what are the outcomes that I have got? So first of all, that's how to communicate the goals and objectives of the course, because I have experience developing distant course on the Moodle platform, and that only was the link to the material, and so then some kind of assignment. So now I can understand how to develop the objectives and the goals of the course. Then create and share different types of content, such as video, podcasts, and so on. Then set learning objectives. That's very great. That is relevant to the learner's interest, and facilitate various forms of interaction, such as discussions, forums, chats, and so on, and enhance critical thinking as communication, negotiation, and perspective taking, and support metacognition, as you know, that's ability to think about one's own thinking, that is essential for critical thinking. And speaking about my action points, so I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to explore more Canvas features. It's really very interesting. I can list them as in the following: as selecting interesting and contemporary learning materials, considering appropriate assignment format, integrating external resources, designing quizzes and rubrics of different formats, so then setting deadlines. And also I like very much providing constructive feedback, and so how to do this. And sure, my gap was enhancing collaborative learning, so that students don't like to take part in discussions. That's very difficult to integrate them to that. So that's all that I wanted to say. Thank you for your attention. Any questions? So then I provided the picture of a lonely tree, but I hope everything will be okay, because we have a lot of future plans and so on. Thank you for your attention. Any questions?
Thank you, Victoria. Thank you for the wonderful job you have done. Yeah, Liudmyla, you've got a question, Liudmyla Sina. Or is it just a round of applause you're giving?
Yeah, this is just applause, and thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Victoria, a question, of a very short question. I know that your university is used to working on Moodle. Now you have tried Canvas. Has your attitude to Canvas changed, or maybe your attitude to Moodle has changed?
So that's a good question. Thank you for your question. They have a lot of in common features, but sometimes that's a difference. And my students try that, and they like Canvas very much. So more opportunities to do that, more interesting tasks you can create there and develop.
Okay, thank you.
And that's great. I'm going to develop my experience in using Canva. Thank you very much for your job. That was really wonderful. Especially, I love your presentations. That really great. My presentation.
Okay, just to have a chance to say all that tomorrow. It's just our farewell word.
Okay.
Any other questions from anybody here? If no, then thank you very much. Victoria has done a great job. And now let's listen to Daria Koloda, who is going to share her ideas on the benefits and challenges of her piloting the course. Daria, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Please feel free
good
to share your
evening.
screen.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen. Just
And
a
Victoria,
moment.
thank you for just keeping to the time limits. 15 minutes is something that Victoria managed to stuff everything into.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, I should say that I'm not going to just show the scientific report. It's just my try. Yeah, it's an experience in what way I tried the Canvas, the platform itself. So let me. Yes, I can do it. So at first, what my course is. We have the course description on the platform. I've done just a list of items that you may see here. It's just a part of the platform of the course. The course description, and the title of the course is Confetti. Okay, it's a bit just creative, but the real idea of the course that is rather short. That is a revision part of one topic that we've studied with students. That's why, and this part is devoted to using different tenses, in reporting or retelling, etc. But it's a revision course. That's why it's not so detailed. We have the course aim, and it's a part of my syllabus, from the course. That you may see on the screen. Then I wanted to pay attention to the students. It's just a part of our lesson. The learners are first-year university students who tried the course Confetti on the platform. That is a part of a rather long grammar course that lasts for 3 years at university. Okay, it's just a part of our double period. Then you may see a part of my syllabus in what way I've divided the revision idea of my little course, sequence of tenses and reported speech. The first is how to report different types of sentences, such as statements, questions, orders, requests, etc. And the second part is devoted to different patterns that they should practice, such as verb plus ing, verb plus infinitive, verb plus object infinitive, etc. It's just to understand what's it. Then I want you to show my course on the platform. In what way should I do it? I can't. Sorry.
Share your browser window and then
browser. Okay, maybe just a moment. I'm sorry. Let me find it. Maybe let it be screen. I can't. It's not that. No. Just a moment. I don't know why. I'm sorry for this. Just pause. Advanced? No. Screen. Let it be screen. I'm sorry, but it's not that screen. Okay. Yeah. Can you see it? It's a page from the platform. You see the full title, the course summary. So there's this list of tasks that we have, but to understand it precisely, I'll show you 2 modules. In what way we may see the modules. We see the titles and we see the main tasks. But in the first part, you see only assignments and quizzes. And in the first part, in the second part, you may see also some files, links, etc. but it doesn't mean that I didn't attach tasks and links in the first module, but I've done it in a bit different way. For example, let me open it. And I've added some material inside the quiz or inside the task, And in the second module, I've done either the first variant or the second variant, such as additional links. Just a link, a material of just a page to broaden the vocabulary. It's just an example for them how to broaden vocabulary. Then, speaking about the idea that I like the most, it's a possibility to collaborate. Just I'm not the professional in this sphere yet to collaborate on Canvas, but I tried it just once at our double period, and I may show one of the documents where students had to correct mistakes. You may see their work, I can't explain. After the work, students just gave explanations, what they mean, what they meant with these just colors. It's just an example, so I like collaborations. Then I appreciated the different types to assess students. I've chosen the percentage in most cases, and I like that I may choose the final score. I may choose how to put the final score, either average, let it be points, or I may use only the assignments and quizzes that they've done, without paying attention on just absence, Then what else I want? Okay, let me stop sharing my my platform. So I propose to see the benefits and the some problems that I met. Okay, let me continue. The idea. Okay, so I found lots of positive issues, on this platform, and some of them, just the main of them are on the slides. So the platform is user-friendly, not only for teachers, but also for students. Then we have various, just different ways how to give materials, how to present any type of material using the platform, files, links, pages, additional information towards assignments and quizzes, etc. Then I've mentioned that collaboration. Yes, just I adore this type, but I know that I have to improve my ability to collaborate via Canvas. It's not the end. Then I appreciate the possibility to edit students' works online, using SpeedGrader. So it's so nice that communication is possible via the platform. So you may use either a message, just this icon, or you may use the possibility to comment inside the quiz, inside the assignment, etc. So there are variants, Then, but I've met several, I can't say problems, but points that I didn't manage. So, for example, test student. I didn't create this option, and then just in a week, I found a test student. Who's it? In what way should I use this option? So it's not so clear for me. Then different students with the same name. I have several Anastasias. So, and they are Anastasia, and I can't just look yeah, just inside the account, maybe another, if we have continuation of the name, just a surname or the second name, etc. So it's not so convenient. Maybe I should have mentioned this idea to my students beforehand. Yeah, I didn't imagine the problem beforehand. So then my problem was that not all documents can be edited in SpeedGrader. Let me explain you what I mean. Okay. For example, let me show you one task that is paraphrasing. Let it be the task, and I want to observe students' works. And we have, for example, Anna's work. I see the document, I can edit, yeah, I may write some comments, etc. It's brilliant. But if it is a just next student, next type of work, and I can't do anything here, I can't find any possibility to cross, to make some notes, etc. So the only way I could create is just adding some comments here, that's all. I don't know, maybe I should have mentioned what types of documents, or I've chosen text file and I don't remember, text file and file, one more file, I don't remember what type of file, but it's a bit problematic. Well, I've observed lots of positive sides on Canvas, and I've met some problems. But I should say that, however, yeah, Canvas is the best platform I've ever tried, but I've tried only 3 platforms just in my life, but it's the best one. And I hope I'll manage to create my own courses a bit later when I manage all the problems and all unnecessary, yeah, just not so concrete points for me. That's it. Thank you very much. It's just a way of my try, that's all.
Thank you very much, Daria. That is a wonderful example of how a very boring grammar can become just a confetti of emotions, ideas, and interactions and collaborations. Really wonderful job you've done. Thank you very much. And you see, Daria has tried the perhaps the most difficult things, collaboration. Well, although it doesn't go the way we expect it to go, still, she dared to try, then tried, and she succeeded in all that. That's perhaps one of the many success stories that Daria is so shy to share. Thank you very much. Any questions, guys?
Sorry, I just wanted to add a short, really brief comment on Daria's challenges. I really loved the presentation itself and just your work throughout the course. And about test student, I mean, that's the view which you use when you click on student's view and you open your course as a student. And test student actually is you, but in the way you watch, and move through your course as a student view, Okay. As for different names, it might be the problem of students because they just forget to mention their surnames when they register. Definitely, maybe it's great to set up some rules before they register. Yeah, that's great. And about the last issue, it would, if you want to annotate your document, it's better to choose only one option, not like text entry, but just document upload and
file,
then file, and then you will be able to annotate it. Yeah. So sorry,
without text. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Julia. And you see, our final conference is gradually turning into another training session. Okay, fine. No. Just that's nice that you are reacting to the concerns that you have gone through.
I'm not sure that whether we are going to have more time to solve this issue, so I'm using those minutes to use.
Okay. Thank you very much. At this point, I would greatly love to give the floor to Lada Krasovytska. Are you ready? Can you, Lada?
I will do my best, although, you know, I've got this romantic setting
Yeah.
here.
So we are.
Yeah, I hope I will manage.
Creativity has no limits.
Yeah, that's true. That's indeed. Well,
Okay.
here we are. Here is
Lada is going to update us on her Canvas Chronicles.
Yeah, definitely. So Canvas Chronicles about how crafting creative projects, how to go above and beyond. So the course title was or is DIY English, Do-It-Yourself English, and the idea behind is developing English through creative projects. The course is based on task-based and project-based approach. The target audience, it was designed especially for postgraduate students who are majoring in English, mainly C1 students in our Skovoroda, Kharkiv National Pedagogical University. The aim of this course, with a reference to Bloom and Liudmyla, to develop the English language skills through exciting projects. We explore the concept of creativity. We delve into the language input was mainly done through inspiring TED Talks presentations, and our students develop their skills through doing collaborating and designing their own projects when where they can connect language learning with real life experiences. Here are the objectives with all these magic words from Bloom's taxonomy and Liudmyla's inspiration. Analyze and evaluate. Articulate, to help students to articulate their ideas persuasively, evaluate their own and presentations, performances, and their peers' performance in various project and task-based settings, and develop their skills to negotiate, argue, and reaching understatement and agreement, because these are real life skills which we have to develop. We are not always leaders, or most of our time we are members of the team, and we need to know how to collaborate with our partners, our team workers, and our colleagues. Here is the module 1. You can see the language input, the introduction, and 2 projects. The first one is individual, was made in individual format, and the second project is teamwork. And this second module consists of more or less the same number of ideas, language input, and 2 projects. And here we are. Now what we've managed to do with my students. So in the first module, the introductory part was done through the discussion, format, possibility of Canvas. And I like it very much, this collaboration. I like it and appreciate as a teacher. I don't think my students were very fond of this activity, just because it takes time. It's quite time consuming. I triggered this discussion by my demo idea, what I mean by formula of creativity, and I showed them how to create generate the images using AI. And here are some ideas that students managed to present and share with me. And I like this opportunity to conduct, to navigate discussions through this what is it called? Format, not format. It's an option, yeah, platform option. The language input was done in the classroom. It was, these were our sessions. And the project was set up as an assignment with, here are the presentations that students attached. And probably this is the thing that makes wonders, that works wonders for me actually, is the opportunity to design this rubric. Thank you, Liudmyla, for the ideas and for your guidelines, how to make it or how to do it professionally. And I was really fascinated by the idea how easy it is to grade students' projects using these rubrics, and how teacher-friendly the platform, this speed grader, which allows you to see the project on the same page, the project and the criteria, and you can just follow the criteria and assess students' work with a click of your mouse. Very effectively, time-saving and a good teacher's resource. As for the second module, here is collaboration. Unlike Dasha, I consider it with a pinch of salt, because I can't see the point to collaborate through platform. I did this collaboration, this teamwork, but directly through the link which I sent to my students in our common Telegram chat. And we did this collaboration on Canva. And I can't see, just because I didn't have enough time to see the benefits and merits of using collaboration options. I will show you what it looks like in our project. I find it much more convenient for students, and they proved that it was indeed, are more convenient to give the tasks to upload the task for this project directly into the presentation for each group, where they can see what to do, and can see the guidelines and step-by-step instructions for this project. So it wasn't, I can't see the necessity to upload this or the task on the platform in the collaboration mode. I did it like this. And here is the project of one team. And this is the project of the second team. They got the same kind of instructions, but these instructions were uploaded, were given to them on Canva directly, without these details on our canvas. So here are some ideas that students shared with me. as you can see. And of course, the I don't know, the most praise goes to and accolades goes to the quizzes settings and quizzes formats, and comparing to Moodle. Of course, my heart belongs to Canvas in this way, because the progress test was twice as quick as I did the same job. I did the same uploading in Moodle. So which I hate with a passion, as you know. Here are the tests that my students did, consisted of 4 parts. Reading, listening, it was watching, actually. Grammar part and vocabulary, I tried out different modules, formats for testing, and I find particularly comfortable to upload the video for testing. And thank you, Julia, for these cloud links and all this dealing with clouds and uploading, sharing the links. It was quite easy and very effective. Thank you. And finally, reflections. As my colleagues have already mentioned, are easy to use, definitely. It's super easy to navigate, so you can't get lost. Here, even if you don't remember what to do, there are all these buttons with questions or how to help, how to navigate, so you can manage this on your own, even if you forget anything. It makes use, and it's very comfortable to customize. So as I can see, for me, I can customize this platform for any course I conduct, and it's probably the sky is the limit. Just that. So I can feel comfortable to adjust, to utilize this platform for any course I conduct. I like this way of collaborating. Probably it is not very effective for projects I piloted, but I can see how I can share, for example, Jamboard or Google Doc, and they can collaborate in real time, and I can see how they do it. It's it's worth our liking. And definitely that was a gulp of fresh air for me. It's really a breeze with Canvas, and students get instant feedback, and it's both student friendly and teacher friendly, and I like it very much. And a few things to mention more fun stuff. We can bring in extra resources, fun tools, or to help our students learn better, whatever we want. It also, what else is beneficial? That Canvas shows both teachers and students how they progress, who needs to be supported, or someone who wants to send a source signal, they can be supported easily, instantly. And are anywhere, anytime. It means that you can join this platform and use this platform on mobile phones, tablets, and other devices. Although my students had problems with dealing with different, using different gadgets to join the same platform. But all in all, I think, yeah, I agree with Dasha. We have this university a must platform to use, or a must to use Moodle, and I hate it with a passion. I've already told our staff, our authorities, that we need to do something with this Moodle, because it was designed especially for our mathematicians, by mathematicians, for math staff, and they do not understand our requirements, our needs, and I think we need to push the ideas, or to use Canvas further, and I'm very determined to do this. So thank you, my dear colleagues, for opportunity to learn from you, to learn with you, and to grow with you. That's all.
Thank you, Lada. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. As usual, Lada has been very, very much sophisticated, very creative, and diving very much deep into everything she steps into. Thank you very much, Lada, for challenging us all the time with your comments, with your ideas, with your feedback. That really was very much beneficial. I know how much busy we all were, and unfortunately not all of you maybe read those comments that we posted, but still maybe after some time. And just by the way, for the next week, well, just Julia will open the course till for the next week for you to be able to copy everything, so you could save something that you really liked and would like to keep with you. So, and just this is a wonderful example of how creativity works in real life, how authenticity works in real life. The only question is, you mentioned at once collaboration on Canva. Did you really mean Canva, or you meant Canvas?
No, yeah, I mean Canva, because they design their presentations on Canva.
Right, and then you
on that platform, designing programs. So I didn't find it useful to duplicate the task on Canvas, so that they do the same. I needed to provide the task, to duplicate this task on Canvas and on Canva, so that they can see the task in front of them while doing it.
So this is all in all multimedia
but I think it's
learning
just
in
because,
action.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Liudmyla. I think it's just because it was a particular project, collaborative, and it was the way how to settle it easier for students. But I can see the ways how I can use this option more effectively with my students.
Okay, that wasn't a criticism. That was just a
No,
question. I thought that was just a slip of your tongue.
No.
But in fact, this is how multimedia learning actually works in real life classroom. And you see, Lada has just demonstrated to us an example of blended learning, right? You see, she mentioned that some of the things were the ones that they did in class, and then that was supported by an online course.
Yeah, language input we are online, we are studying online, but the more I teach online, the more I understand that flipping classrooms, flipping our education is what we need to implement, and it really works.
And just it all depends on how we understand online, just because you demonstrated how it can work in the hybrid module, I mean in synchronous and asynchronous format. Okay, thank you very much. And just at this point we pass over to Liudmyla Kusiak, and she's going to share with us the lessons she has learned from creating and testing a Canvas course. Liudmyla, please feel free to share your screen. You're welcome.
Just a second, let me just share my screen. I hope this is the right choice. Yeah, good. So, good evening, everyone, once again. Today, I'm very excited to welcome you to my ESP course, which is entitled "A Global Sentry Exploring Bodyguard Agencies." So this, well, just to begin with, I'll start my presentation very quickly with an overview of the course, the key components, maybe the structure and objective of the course. And as we progress, I'll share my experience, some insights and challenges I came across while designing and piloting this course. So firstly, well, the name of the course is Global Sentry Exploring Bodyguard Agencies. The course was designed for first year cadets who are being trained as future bodyguard officers at the National Academy of the State Bodyguard Service of Ukraine. So the main objective or the aim of this course was to develop their ability to communicate in English in their professional context, using English to maybe communicate with professionals from other bodyguard agencies, namely from the bodyguard agencies of the neighboring countries and some of the English-speaking countries. Well, the course itself, I will try to maybe show you the course. I mean right. Well, after enrolling the course, my students will be directed to the homepage, which is actually the syllabus. The syllabus is created in Canva. So this is the Canva presentation. It's quite interactive presentation. It's clickable. They can just click and get acquainted with all the details of the course. Well, some maybe some useful resources. They are also all interactive. They can just click and follow the link and maybe get acquainted with some video instructions on how to navigate Canva, the platform itself. They will be able to get acquainted with the course structure, with the aim of the course, the objective. Well, I won't just pay much attention to it because we have already discussed it while maybe designing these objectives, right? So I'll just show you what I have come up with, okay? So this is the structure of the module. The course consists of, the structure of the course, it consists of 2 modules. Module 1, which is Poland, Hungary, Slovakia, and Romania, safeguarding Eastern European borders, and Module 2, strategies for securing the borders of the United States of America and the United Kingdom. Well, then they will have
Sorry, Liudmyla, I mean, maybe it's only my problem, but I cannot see something you are sharing now. I can see only your presentation, but it seems to me that you are showing something different.
Yes, I'm sharing something different. Just let me then try to change to this one. So?
Now we can see, yeah.
Okay, great. So let me just very quickly move back. So this is my Canva presentation, which was embedded into the syllabus. Well, Julia showed us how to do it. It's very easy, actually. Well, so they will get acquainted with some maybe key elements or key aspects of the course. They will see the links and click them once again if they need. The course itself, the aim of the course, the objectives. So the structure, I have already mentioned it. And so these are some course policy. I ask them to stick to the deadlines, to respect each other, to be involved in the to get engaged into the activities, and to try to not just try but to stick to the academic honesty, so that academic integrity. And they have also get they can also get the links to the textbooks or some other resources we would use. And finally, some context. So this is the syllabus, and the most important stuff is just right here, the modules. Well, the two modules, the first one is safeguarding Eastern European borders. Well, we have the module overview, then kind of an introduction activity, which is in the form of a discussion. They have to watch it. I will just skip to the presentation and show just a second. So this is a discussion activities. They will have to watch the video, and then they will have to follow or they proceed to the comment section, reply to some of the statements indicated in the task, and and maybe reply to some of the comments of their peers. The course itself contains activities which are designed to introduce and to practice topical vocabulary. So they will have not a link, but they will have an assignment with an embedded Quizlet inside. Well, they will have to just follow, click some of the options and practice the new vocabulary in Quizlet. And some other assignments are like word wall assignments. They are not graded. These assignments are designed purely to just practice the vocabulary. And after this practice, they will be given some tests and maybe some quizzes where their knowledge will be checked. Okay, well, each module contains kind of a project assignment. At the end of the first module, the students are asked to prepare, firstly to do a kind of a research and prepare a very short, like a 60-second presentation, video presentation on the topic, on a specific topic. Well, as I've mentioned before, we are studying bodyguard agencies in the first module of the European countries, and in the second module, the bodyguard agencies of the United Kingdom and the United States of America. So at the end of the first module, they will have to prepare a very short video presentation on any of the learned aspect of any of the given bodyguard agency, like of the bodyguard agency of Romania, Slovakia, maybe Hungary or Poland. So you can see just the screenshots of the video which was presented by students dealing with the Romania project. And right, and this is just a second. And this is the assignment itself. So they were given the links to official website, to some YouTube videos, to some textbook, or to some other material they would need to get the information from to just get to prepare this presentation. And at the end of the second video, the students are supposed to collaborate. So the collaboration was created in Canvas. Unfortunately, I could not just create collaboration with the Google Slides directly. I don't know why, but well, I decided to create a Google Doc collaboration. This Google Doc contains all the instructions or directions necessary for the students to prepare their Google Slides presentations. And at the bottom of this Google Doc, they will have a link to the Google Slides where they would just follow the structure and present what they are asked to do. Okay, well, and finally, well, I will just have a very quick word about my personal experience inside and some challenges. Unfortunately, I failed to prepare the course within the intended time frame. So, and it resulted in some kind of delays in launching this course, and then some other issues came out, and at this stage, the course, the piloting of the course hasn't finished yet. The students are still taking or just completing their assignments. And another challenge was that I underestimated or overestimated maybe their technological proficiency. Well, I thought that it won't take any just challenge for them to get acquainted with the Canvas platform, to navigate Canvas platform. But unfortunately, some of them didn't get the idea and they didn't ask for some maybe explanations, and it resulted in delays. I mean, in not just delays, but they didn't complete the assignment. So because they didn't understand how to complete this assignment. Well, and finally, the motivation. I don't know why, but they were very much motivated at the beginning of the course. But with the time, just it turned out that this motivation was not enough. The laziness was just prevailing, and they just didn't engage in all the activities as eagerly as I just imagined they would. Maybe some things I still need clarification with. I tried group assignments, and I guess I made a mistake thinking that each person inside this group has to submit an assignment. Well, group assignment, as now I now understand it. So group assignment means like kind of collaboration as well. So a group collaborates to provide the submission, to provide the completed task. Well, and another question I got today early in the morning when I just logged into Canvas and didn't see our course. So my question was like, what will happen with my course when it is finished? Well, so how can I use or reuse my course in the future? So these questions, I guess, I will ask Julia later, maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, after just finishing all this presentation period. Well, in general, I didn't work much with Moodle, and I used it just like for testing, and that's it. But for me, Canvas is an extremely great tool because Canvas allows students to collaborate. It allows interaction. So they do not just simply complete all the tasks and that's it. They may just write comments, they may comment on some other comments, and well, it's just like a live cooperation and collaboration and interaction within the platform, and I like it very much. I don't know how my collaboration assignment works out later, but I guess we'll cope with this task. And in conclusion, I would like to express my extreme gratitude to the trainees. Thank you so much to the trainers, to the trainers and to the trainees as well. Well, to the trainers, because due to your maybe I mean, the knowledge you gave us is invaluable. At the beginning of this year, before the course was launched, I mean, I didn't know as much information about creating the course about maybe selecting the proper assignment or just selecting any assignment, well, thank you so much. It was invaluable. And I'm sure that I will continue using Canvas for my students. Well, I just need to make my students just put up with the idea of using a new platform. Thank you so much for the attention. And if you have any questions, I will answer.
Any questions? You see, Liudmyla, so many positive reactions. People liked the way you did. And just, I can imagine how pleasant it was for Julia to watch all that and think, wow, what a great student. She has managed to embed more than 100% of what I showed. Really, this is just a wonderful thing. And Liudmyla thanked the trainers for the knowledge that we gave. I guess this is a very nice case when knowledge has transformed into skills and that you are going to develop these skills. And you see, a very nice example, one more wonderful example of how Canva and Canvas can make friends. Lada and Liudmyla have just shown how to make it possible and how to make it feasible. And I am happy that now in Khmelnytsky Academy of, I don't remember the exact name of the institution, but just I know that now you have a whole cohort of people who are crazy about using Canvas, who are eager to develop online courses on Canvas, and who are motivated and enthused to use all this. So thank you. Thank you very much.
I've got a couple of words, Liudmyla. Probably it is this question is more for you as a guru, methodological guru. Just as
Lada, you are making so many compliments to me. You even put me in one line with Bloom.
No. Just no. It was It was a compliment because I reconsidered Bloom, and I really you pushed me to reread and reconsider it. All this
I'm
stuff.
glad you love Bloom.
Yeah, definitely. A new lease of life with Bloom, actually. But the question is, as I can see, Liudmyla has also launched the this project, collaborative project, and the question is that I can't still answer myself is how to assess collaborative projects. Have you got any insights on this assessment criteria? How to, or you've already taught us how to complete the rubrics and design the rubrics, but the question is more methodological than technical. How to develop and design, how we have to assess collaboration.
Well, I guess I've got your point. Again, my answer would be as follows. There aren't ready-made recipes on how to assess all this. One thing, we don't know how to assess creativity. Another thing is we don't know how to assess interaction. We know something about how to assess the language, but here in this kind of creative projects, language is inseparable from creativity and interaction, right? Well, one more consideration here is that you should necessarily take into account what kind of aim you have while you are launching this or that project, because projects might have variety of objectives. They might be designed for various purposes. They might include different level of authenticity. So you need to see clearly what it is that you would like to get as the result of this project. And then once you have formulated your overall objectives for each concrete project, you will then have to work out the criteria. I guess the new companion volume of Common European Framework of Reference has certain scales on assessing interaction, spoken interaction. And even the 2001 version of CEFR contains just scales, and those can-do statements for assessing both spoken production and spoken interaction, like written production and written interaction. So first of all, please get back to the descriptors given in the Common European Framework of Reference, right? Then search companion volume of 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Some other scales have been added there. And then just put here, at this stage, put your empirical vision of what you consider to be interaction and collaboration, right? And then try to put this into those criteria that you design. Maybe there will be some criteria on language, and then you will specify certain ideas here. Another criterion will be on interaction. And again, put down what you expect them to perform. And then another criterion will be on creativity or critical thinking. So maybe you will split this rubric into 3 criteria, and then within each criterion, you will have to develop the ideas that you would like them to demonstrate. I guess that's
okay. Yeah,
well,
I
at
see.
least that's my vision.
Okay, thank you very much. Because you see, on the one hand, they all stimulate us and encourage us in all possible ways through all these endless various workshops and seminars to implement all these task-based approach, project-based approach. But on the other hand, we do not have this support in terms of methodological guidelines, what to do, how to assess. That's what I've been struggling for so far. Thank you.
No, thank you. So sorry, it seems to me that Liudmyla has some problems with her connection, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, is everything okay? Yeah. Are we all back?
Yeah, now you're back. You had some issues.
Just some internet connection problems. It's right that internet connection is unstable. So just, I guess at this stage, you can work 50% empirically, 50% theoretically.
Okay,
that would be my answer. I can't give you the definite things. Do this, and maybe now, just with all those technological ideas that we use, there might be one more criterion that you can embed in your rubric. That is their use of technology. Your Canva course, just your Canva collaboration is a good example of that, right? How masterly they use it. But mind that you will have to assess only what you have taught them. It's not your responsibility to assess what you didn't teach them. That's why just please put the borderline. Okay, sorry, let's move on. I know how much worried Olena Kuzmenko is because she is the final presenter today, and she is so much eager to tell us how she has become a digital savvy with Canvas. And I'm willingly and gladly give the floor to Olena Kuzmenko. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. So I will try not to overrun the time because I see that like all the ladies, so however enthusiastic and so cheerful they are, so still that's the end of the day. So, and all of them are busy. So I will try to, I cannot say that I will be that brief, but at least I will try not to overrun the time. Okay.
At least you have your 15 minutes, which is your legal time limit.
Okay, thanks a lot. So, and colleagues, could you please tell me if you can see my screen? Yeah?
We can.
Yeah, okay, so thanks a lot.
Yeah.
So the topic of my today's presentation is becoming digital savvy with Canvas. Frankly speaking, so I thought a lot while choosing the topic for the presentation because like for a couple of years ago on hearing from my colleagues colleague, Julia, who is now one of the trainers, that she was one of those who used Canvas at that moment. That was the platform, like people hardly heard about. Interested, but somehow I like tips on like using it as a course with me. I posted on like TESOL in Telegram when I got to know about such an opportunity, so I immediately seized upon that. So, and I did not regret it. Now, let me tell you like what project or what course, sorry, what course I was piloting with my students, and I should admit that it just a piece of that course, or part of that course that like we work on with my sophomore students of the Institute of Foreign Philology, because like sophomore students have the so-called course of, an optional one that is entitled country study. Of course, we're kind of like limited in time because like possible to manage everything within like 2 or even like 2 weeks and a half. So I've decided just focus on these topics that were probably like of most interest to the students, because actually if you talk about the country, then I read for a couple of years, and so I know what I'm doing about. So I just picked up the general competence by acquiring knowledge and background, vocabulary, realia, etiquette, and system values of English-speaking countries. Just didn't want. I tried to save time. That's why I kind of like doubled that information and presented, duplicated that and presented it here for me not to jump like from one page of Canvas to another. And of course, so I tried to plan the activities for the students in such a way so that they gain knowledge of being involved in different types of activities. These discussions, presentations, like work in the magazine articles, like doing some tests, right? Quite honest, because I'll tell you that there were like parts of the course that we tried in the classroom, and there were like parts that like the students worked on on this particular platform. And so I believe that so it worked well, but so I will come to that because I will like present that step by step. Setting the objectives for the course, I as well as all the ladies, all the training by Liudmyla and so Julia. So I'm very presentations for our use, because in case, for example, when I was in the need of like looking through something, so I could like open that presentation and then so I just referred to that. And I tried to kind of formulate the so objectives so that the words from Bloom's taxonomy were incorporated into what I'd like my students to be able to do. So I will not just focus on these course objectives, so they are on the screen. I believe that you can get acquainted with them, so I'd better focus on more practical stuff, some practical stuff. So if talking about like the modules, or I would say kind of like topics that were piloted within the course on Canvas. These are, so that's module number 1, onomastic, real and geographic phenomena of the English-speaking countries. And there was one more, ethnographic realia of the English-speaking world. Like while dealing with these modules, the students were able to express their point of view, compare, contrast realia of Slavonic countries, not only Ukraine, but Slavonic countries in general, and so English-speaking world. They were invited and encouraged to create presentations, write their blogs, and so on and so forth. And if talking about actually what I okay, so what tasks they were asked to deal with them. Then so I decided that like quantity does not mean quality. That's why I've decided not to overload my students like with those activities, and besides on having a talk with them, because at first I just informed them that I'm taking part in a new course, a new for me course, and I asked them to support me, and so they knew that on dealing with all those tasks, they will get the marks that will be reflected in their register. And besides, I also promised that to those who would be the most creative ones, I will add some extra points to their final grade on the credit. So at the end of this academic semester. So if talking about like the tasks suggested for the modules, so they had 4 equal number. So 1 quiz per each, then 1 discussion per each module, and so there were 2 assignments per each. So I did not. So I remembered about that option Julia told us about, because like there can be the option like with a due date. Or the option available from 2. And so when I informed my students, of course, so they asked, they just begged me, Olena Yurievna, could you please so suggest the option with due date rather than available from 2, because like we are so busy and like all that stuff. And I've decided that as I was piloting that, and it was my first attempt, so I decided to kind of like yield to them, and suggested just due dates, enabling all those willing to participate in this course. So probably you are you have a question of why we have that kind of like separate date for like the last task. Yeah, because like it was the most creative of all. Here the students had the chance to choose between either like creating a blog or like presentation. So they were supposed to they kind of like were supposed to cover a number of steps. So they were supposed to read some article, then to watch the videos, and so on the basis of all this, they were asked to choose that cuisine of like one of the English-speaking countries that they liked the most, and they were asked either to create a blog of their own, or like through Wix or Canva docs, or they could also think of like the presentation that would be like both informative, and that would contain considerable amount of like infographics. And so, you know, some students, I cannot say that all of them, but some students, some works of the students even surpassed my expectations. And so that's one big plus about one of the pluses of Canvas, because there are a lot of them. You can see here like the assignments I talked about, then so discussions. Not all of them are presented here, of course, but just some. And I'm particularly thankful to Canvas for one more task, that's quiz. Why? So here we have such an option as to show just one question at a time. And so I seized upon this opportunity, because I've decided like not to show all the questions, because you know how it happens. Students, usually one student, the bravest one, is asked to deal with the test, then he just print screen like all these answers or questions, and sends that to the other students so that they could start working on that, having much higher marks. But these are not the marks of the students. And like choosing this option with showing just one question at a time, besides like setting the time limits for these 10 questions, it enabled me to see the real like level of their knowledge. So if talking about like creative activities, then I will say that once again, I will repeat that the students surpassed all my expectations. But if talking about like checking something that they were supposed to know, like within a particular module, then I saw that so the level of knowledge was different. And actually all the tasks, like the marks for all the tasks or points for all the tasks taken together, enabled me to get an objective picture of their knowledge. Because so I did not assess them based on kind of my prejudices or kind of or the fact that I liked somebody more or less. No, I used even that option that Julia shared with us. That's anonymous assessment. So that's one thing I truly liked. And the other one is like rubric. At first, when I was creating that rubric, you know, I invested so much time into that I was almost on the point of using some, sorry, curse words, because so it took so much time. But on the other hand, much later, I understood the importance of the of using these detailed descriptors and detailed rubrics, because that enabled me to be objective in front of all the students. First of all, by implementing anonymous assessment, I couldn't influence my mark. I just read what they presented. Then I analyzed it according to all the descriptors and like the criteria provided, put the mark. I did that like to all the all those tasks they presented me with, and only then I got to know like what surnames stood behind those those tasks. And so believe me, I did not change anything. And so I laughed somewhere deep in my heart that so that actually even that anonymous assessment coincided with what I expected of my students. So I was like quite lucky with that. Then, if talking about like success stories, failures, and challenges, so I tried to recollect everything, and probably that's not everything, but at least like those things I'd like to share with you. If talking about success story, then I would say that I will repeat that detailed rubric worked well. So I've already mentioned that. Then tasks placed on Canvas platform saved not only time, my time as a teacher and their time as students, because it provided me with an opportunity to give them more. Because like when we are working in the classroom, so we are limited in time. We have just an hour and like 20 minutes more. And that's it. And what if, for example, you as a teacher have a lot more to say, to show, to share? So Canvas like kind of saves the saves the day. Besides, sometimes, for example, when I set the tasks to my students, like not only on lingua country study, but so it can be like any other subject. So, and they start sending some tasks to me, attaching them so as files on Telegram or Viber. Oh my God. So I just, my mobile phone is overloaded with everything. And so thanks to Canvas, like everything was like kept in one folder, if I can use that word. Besides, so I've already mentioned that I tried the option of anonymous assessment, and I truly like that. That was kind of like even a game for me, because when I later checked who got what, then I understood that, yeah, so everyone got what they truly deserved. So like the work on the platform like helped the students to boost their creativity, that's for sure, because they wanted to be creative, even highlighting something, using some like particular words in bold, embedding some pictures, URL addresses. I did not limit them to just text entries, or as well as I did not tell them that, oh, you should just, for example, example, present me with some URL address. When when I was thinking about the formats in which they were supposed to send their home assignment to me, I just ticked all possible options apart from the annotation, it seems to me. So that's why they felt free. There was one lady who definitely liked the idea of like writing everything in her copybook, and she said, Olena Yurina, so won't you kind of lower my mark if I just if I do not use like this text entry, but instead I will just send kind of copy or photo of like those pages in my like in my copybook. And I said, okay, so feel free, so feel comfortable. And so, and you know, it just corresponded to like to the individual needs of the students. They did not just do the task, but they also felt comfortable with how they presented that. And of course, so they were a bit scared at first. So when I suggested such an option as discussion, they just asked me, Olena Yurina, what do we need to do? What is meant by commenting? Still, they liked it immensely, because when I checked, so like these discussion sections and options, I understood that they commented more than the work of one student. So they were so excited about being in the shoes of the teacher that they commented on as many works as they liked. So, and that's one more cool thing about Canvas. Talking about failures, I will say that like, unfortunately, not all the students managed to finish the tasks, though it seems to me that I tried not to overload them, but still, so that happened. The number of students wasn't big, so probably like 2 or 3, I do not quite remember, but so they did not perform that on a due date. Still, some of them promised to do that later, so I am still waiting. So today I'm having a presentation, probably they will send that today or the day after tomorrow, I don't know. And one funny thing happened to just one lady who got registered as the who kind of like logged out every time when she finished working with some task. So she just logged out, and when she tried to enter the Canvas platform the very next day or the day after it, she like she couldn't understand why she was directed to a new page. And only later, when she sent a kind of like print screen of hers, I understood what the problem was. She was a bit ashamed or probably too shy to inform me about it at once. In fact, like when she logged out and then tried to enter like every new time, so she chose the same option, get registered, and that's why I had 3 Ivannas with the same email. So it happened that so she performed like the task as Ivana number 1, one task. The other task was performed by her as Ivana number 2, and so on and so forth. And only later, when I clarified like why she had that problem, we solved that. I deleted all the previous Ivanas, and now she remembers pretty well like what she needs to do. Still, probably it's not even a failure, but a challenge we managed to solve together. And there were 2 students, who presented their responses not with the help of text entry, so or not even like with the help of URL address or something. They just placed comments in placed responses in comment section. So later I told them that like this comment section is for me as a teacher rather than for them as students. Hope they will improve. So, but that's still kind of like minor failure we experienced. And if talking about challenges, it was challenging to stay in touch, because there were students who kept on writing to me even at the weekend. So asking, could you please just so check why I cannot, for example, attach something, or why I cannot like do something, and all that stuff. And you know, on the one hand, weekend it's not my working time, but on the other hand, I saw how enthusiastic they were, and that's why so I gave them that helping hand they asked me about. My personal challenge still remains in the fact that I didn't try all the formats of tests. I remember when you suggested us working like with the with the tests, Julia offered a couple of options with like filling in and like all that stuff. I tried multiple choice. So though in the future, I promise, because I'm interested in that, to try all the possible formats, because I see that the possibilities of Canvas platform are immense. And if talking, so I'll be brief. So if talking about the works, because they were works I was truly proud of. Just imagine that it's the first task of the first module, and a lady manages to perform it this way with embedded pictures, with all these colorful touch and whatnot. And so here you can see like the way I not commented, but the way I analyzed her work. So I just below I provided the comments on like why the mark for this or that stuff was lowered a bit. So here are the examples of some other works. You see that the students used different font, they used it in bold, in italics, they embedded pictures. Okay. So, and that's what I truly liked, because I think that for such a short amount of time, just 2 weeks actually, so to manage all that, so you should be a talented student, and so I'm very proud of my students. That's one thing. So I truly liked working with Canvas, though navigating the site at first, what it was, I kind of experienced a lapse of memory, because so one much earlier, and there was kind of gap in time between presenting tasks on module 1 and module 2. And I remember when I came to my workplace and saw Julia, so our trainer, and I was almost on the point of crying, because I just told her, I remember that I did that, but I just forgot where it was. So she laughed at me and just said, calm down. So you will definitely manage everything. So, and that's actually what I did. But a bit later. So you need to practice so that you can come to perfection. Okay, so thank you for like listening to me for so long.
Thank you, Olena. You said that you were very much proud of your students. I guess you should be proud of yourself.
And we are proud of you.
Yeah, okay, so that's fine. And just one more comment I would like to make. You mentioned failures. I wouldn't call these failures. Let's say imperfections, right? And let's celebrate our imperfections. And judging by the presentations we have listened to today, there hasn't been a single failure in this group. Just minor imperfections that give us food for thought and that make us think about the future and give us feed forward and tell us where to go and where not to go further. Any questions to ask Olena? We saw how much enthusiastic she was about her baby.
Yeah, just a quick comment. I mean, Olena, I will always support you, and I will never laugh anymore. And just, I mean, you may count on me if you need some help in your future courses and in your future ideas with Canvas.
Thank you. Somehow I cannot show my face, because it says that, so somebody stopped sharing the video, and you are just hearing my voice rather than seeing
you
me.
Can now. Sorry, I just turned it off because you had problems, but yeah, now you can.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Julia has just promised that Olena can always rely on her. I guess what other people are thinking. Olena has the privilege of working with Julia, and seeing her every time. How about us? What if we need Julia's help?
You can
Don't
address
worry.
me
I
anytime.
guess tomorrow Julia will promise her support to you as well. Right. So thank you very much for your amazing presentations. And just you see in the chat that people are very much grateful to all those who were the first who pioneered in presenting their endeavors. Tomorrow we will have 6 more, not less exciting talks, and we are looking forward to doing all this. Julia, is there anything you would like to say to wrap it all up for today?
Just thanks, and so looking forward to our tomorrow's meeting, to see more beautiful presentations.
And just I'm particularly excited about just listening to creative procrastination. I have never heard of the concept. Natalia Gachuk is going to feed us on that tomorrow. Okay, there are really more wonderful things we are going to share tomorrow. And if there is nothing more to add or to comment on or to ask, well, let's call it a day, right? I see there are some people here who were not course participants, but those who have joined us, and it's very much pleasant. At least the results of your work are seen, noticed, and are appreciated. Well, we do appreciate the efforts of those who are working under very, very difficult conditions. We do understand what it is to work in Kharkiv now, to be in Khmelnytsky, and to be in any other part of Ukraine, which multiplies our gratitude by 100, perhaps. Thank you very much for your commitment and for your enthusiasm and for your wonderful ideas and for your for your being wonderful teachers. So thanks a lot. See you tomorrow as usual. Sorry seems to be the hardest word. It's 9 p.m. Nobody is going to leave, and we're not going to break our traditions, and we'll keep working until at least 9:30, which used to be our tradition throughout.
And where is our bottle of champagne? Even virtual.
It's virtual. It's virtual.
Yeah, it's virtual, but
unfortunately. I guess Marina will allow us to crack a couple of bottles of champagne at TESOL-Ukraine convention in Lviv. Hopefully, when we see each other at the end of May, we will be able to crack not one bottle.
Thank you, dear trainers. You did a great job. You really...
Tomorrow, Lada, tomorrow is one more session.
I'm not sure that it will be possible for me. You see, I'm sitting still with my candle.
Yeah, that's a disaster. But still, please, even those who have already made their presentations today, we would be looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Just we have been a team, we have become a community, and I would say a family, and these are our joint babies, and we need to take care of all of them. Okay, so thank you. Good night. Have a quiet night.
Thank you. Thank you.
And see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.